More of Stiles and Watkins.
Special thanks to Jiffy Lube for making our road trip to Radio Row possible. Jiffy Lube, a proud sponsor of Sactown Sports. And we are joined by the one, the only Ronnie Lott, NFL Hall of Famer, 10-time Pro Bowler, 6-time All-Pro, 4-time Super Bowl champ. Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it, man. This is awesome. Talking to my folks in Sacramento, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, so many days of hanging in Sacramento, sitting there at some place in Rockland, going, man, it's out up here. I don't know if I can make it. This is going to be crazy. And I remember sitting there my rookie year. I end up coming in, and I'm like sitting there thinking to myself, holy smokes, it's really hot. And by the way, I had to sign late. I held out, and I remember coming into camp thinking, oh man, these guys are going to kill me now. I mean, this is brutal. But Sacramento, I love it. It's been one of the greatest places in the world for a lot of reasons because of just so many things. And some guy named Kevin Johnson's not a bad guy.
That's right. That's right. Ronnie.
Sacramento loves you too, Ronnie.
Yes. Without a doubt. Tell us about the AllStars Helping Kids Foundation.
AllStars Helping Kids Foundation, man, we've been at this for like 30-something years, and it's been phenomenal. And it's really around taking leaders and trying to get leaders to understand that in the communities, there are so many people that they really want to start a nonprofit. The bigger question is, can you do it the right way? And so what we've done is we've figured out a system of how to not only do it the right way, but to actually give them the money so they can actually run it. And so we do that for 2 years, and then by that, we're able to get them over the hump. And now all of a sudden, they're running their organization. They're making a difference in the community, and not only making a difference, but that's the kind of way of me saying, you know what? Hey, not only do we want to give you the money, but we want to help you, and we want you to be able to kind of go over the hump. And some guy named Phil Oates, some guy, Phil Oates, he helped us out a couple of times. And, so we've been very fortunate to have, partners like Phil and others that are in the Sacramento area that really understand what we've done in terms of trying to help these nonprofit leaders being able to grow and being able to run their organization.
No, that's awesome. I love that. And Ronnie, I see here you had a very interesting career. You talk about your rookie season. You won the Super Bowl your rookie year, and Nick Bosa went to the Super Bowl his rookie year. But do you feel like that kind of changes your expectations when you go into the league and then reach the pinnacle immediately? Like, does it almost feel like your second year, you're almost expecting that that's just how every year ends? Or did you have an understanding that this is really, really tough to even get to and have an appreciation for it in the moment?
Hey, man, look, I'm a Taco Bell guy, man. I'm greedy.
Oh, love it.
You know what? You're literally trying to get there every year.
Yeah.
And with our group and with the guys that we had, and look, I was very fortunate to be with Dwight Hicks and the Hot Licks and Eric Wright and Carlton Williamson and that group of guys. Man, we came in with the attitude of, hey, show us what you got. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter where we played you. Show us what you got. And we played against Dan South my rookie year. We played against some guy named Danny something from the Cowboys. So we beat them, and we had an incredible run. But the secondary really was led by George Seifert and Ray Rhodes, and both of those coaches went on to be head coaches in the NFL, and just so blessed to be able to have the right people coaching you early on, and they were just unbelievable coaches, but they were also coaches that were tough on us, and they just had moments of making sure that, hey, every day we're going to get better. We're going to find a way to get better, and every day that was the task of us just trying to get better. And so I would tell you, yeah, my rookie year was phenomenal for a lot of reasons, and I'm just thankful that the guys that I play with, man, we still get together. We have a DB reunion every year,
that's awesome.
and it's awesome, man.
Talking to Ronnie Lott, NFL Hall of Famer, 4-time Super Bowl champ. All guests and callers join us from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Now, Ronnie, you know we were going to get to this question, but a little earlier on in the season, right? If you're a Niners fan, you might have on some red and gold colored glasses. Joe Montana and Brock Purdy's name in the same conversation seemed crazy. Now, a couple weeks later, with what Brock Purdy has done, has the Niners at the pinnacle. They haven't won it yet. But Ronnie Lott, do you think it's even fair to compare the two? Do you see any similarities, or should we just let Brock exist? Because I can see why other non-Niner fans may say, hey, this is a little bit much, but we want to hear from you who would know firsthand.
First of all, man, look, Joe Montana is the best quarterback ever. And so when I say that, people go, what about Tom Brady? Tom Brady won a lot of Super Bowls. He won a lot of Super Bowls because he was an incredible leader for that team. But I'm talking about the best quarterback. I'm talking about when you have, when that 3 seconds to go and you got to make that three-pointer and you got to pull it and you got to shoot it and you got to make it happen. My money is on Joe all day long. And the reason that it's on Joe all day long is because I played against him when I was at Notre Dame. I understand everything about that dude, man. And he's like a brother to me because the way he competes and the way that he goes after life is, he's like, hey, I'm all in. And that's what you got to be, all in. And so it's kind of hard to put those two in the same category, but I will say this. Brock and what he's done and what I love is that, man, he knows how to compete. And the question is competing and making great decisions. Those two things for a lot of people is really hard to compete and make a great decision. And so for Brock, if he can do it and make great decisions in this game and not turn the ball over and understand that, you know what, my game is really about me making great decisions. And he has. And that's what's remarkable is that he's been able to make great decisions. And that's what a quarterback is really about. When I think of great quarterbacks, the great quarterbacks that I know make great decisions and they protect the football. They do all the right things with the ball.
Ronnie, you talked about how connected your guys' secondary group was. And, there's no Ronnie Lott on this current 49ers secondary. But, when you're going against
they got a couple of guys. They got a couple of guys on there. They're pretty good.
They got some pretty good guys. I didn't mean it in respect, only respect. But, how are guys, the Ambry Thomas, the Amador Lenore, how are they going to try and slow down a Patrick Mahomes in a game where he's really, really comfortable in playing?
Well, I think to me that's a big question, and the reason it's a big question is that you got to find ways to keep him off balance. You got to find ways to be able to play tight coverage. You got to find ways to not give up big plays. I mean, he loves when people are kind of scrambling and everybody's out of their lane and trying to. He likes that. I mean, that's where he really makes his money is when he's out scrambling. I mean, he's a point guard that's a really amazing point guard, and he can shoot it from anywhere. He can throw it from anywhere. He can do it all. So the discipline for this team is going out there and being able to find the guy that you have to have and stay with him. Find the guy that you have to have and stay with them. And I think that if they do that and they do it consistently in that secondary, I think they have an excellent shot at winning this football game, because where he beats you is when you fall or trip or somebody's happened. And what is hard about covering guys like that is that it's, when you can buy time, buying time is like, at a free throw line and you're sitting there and you got the shot, but sometimes you buy too much time and the guy chokes, right? But this guy does not choke. He's going to throw it and he's going to make it happen. And so you have to be able to sit there and understand who you're playing against and really being comfortable enough to know that he will have moments. He's a great player. He's going to have his moments. So what? Great. You got a couple of moments, but not a win. That's what and so I think they understand that, and I think the secondary will do a great job of not giving up big plays.
Ronnie, we got to ask you your Super Bowl prediction. Do the Niners get number 6, or does Patrick Mahomes do it again?
Hey, man, look, I've done everything to make sure that these guys find a way to win. And what I mean by that, man, you got to make sacrifices. And I think that they are making a sacrifice. I think they're doing everything they possibly can to win this game. And going into this game, yeah, I'm with the Niners, and I'm with them for a lot of reasons, because I just think that it's their time. I think it's something that when we saw the last couple of weeks and how that played out, I think it's just their time. And I think that for them, the bigger question is, man, do the things that you've done all year. Go out, play the game the way you're capable of playing the game, and find ways to impact the game in a way where you take it. And what I mean by take it is that there are going to be moments where the ball is in the air.
Small half Laura and Tori.
They will find a way.
She should. I told her to do it.
I'm going with the Niners big time. And I think that it's going to be a great game, but I think the Niners win.
Ronnie Lott, NFL Hall of Famer, 10-time Pro Bowler, 6-time All-Pro, 4-time Super Bowl champ. Ronnie, thank you so much, and thanks for all the work that you're doing and letting us know about AllStars Helping Kids Foundation. That is outstanding. Ronnie, thank you so much, and good luck to the Niners on Super Bowl Sunday.
Thanks, guys, man. Let's go. Let's go, Niners.
All right. Thank you so much, Ronnie Lott. Got to get to a break. When we get back, we will hear from the one, the only Laura Britt of NBC Sports Bay Area. Stiles Watkins, Sactown Sports.